Hi everyone, this is Tamra Sylvester with AwarenessSpeaks.com, and today I am going to be talking about the planets. I'm going to be talking about astrology. We have a lot going on in the sky right now, and I have many people ask me to put something together. So I've decided to put together a video to break down what's taking place, and hopefully I can do this in a clear, concise way because there's a lot going on. And I know some of you know a little bit about astrology, but then there's other people who don't know a lot besides their sun sign or their moon sign or ascendant. So I will try to be as articulate as I can, concise as I can, and keep it as short as I can. I hope so, because there's just a lot to say, because I'm going to try to put many thoughts together in one video, because there's a lot coming up, even in the near future. So let's proceed. Okay. Excuse me. Now we have a party going on with the sign of Virgo. We have 5 planets in the sign of Virgo today, the 30th of August. We have a new moon, super moon, in Virgo. It's part of this party. What that means is it's a great time for intentions, a great time for new beginnings, and a great time to initiate, especially for Virgo and Pisces. Sagittarius and Gemini, okay, but mainly for Virgo and Pisces. So what you're going to want to do is, if you're a Virgo sun sign, a lot of this will pertain to you, or if you have a Virgo ascendant. But you'll have to know the degrees, because the degrees is really important in astrology. If you don't know your chart, you can go online. You need your time of birth, your date of birth, city, state, country, and you can find a website online that you'll be able to create a free report. The only problem will be you may not know how to read it. You may want to get someone to interpret it for you, someone who knows a little bit about astrology. If you just want a slight 15-minute description of what's taking place in your chart now, I do that for a relatively cheap price. You can go to my website at AwarenessSpeaks.com and contact me on the contact page, and we could do it through Skype. So other than that, something else may pertain to you in this video. But everyone is going to be impacted by this energy, whether you're a sun sign or not. It is somewhere in your chart. So everyone is going to feel this, and especially with 5 planets in the sign of Virgo. We're all going to feel this Virgo energy. Let me just give you a little background on Virgo. Okay, so right now what's taking place with the 5 signs is the sun is in Virgo at 6 degrees. And by the way, everything is about degrees. Let me just give you a little background on astrology for those of you who don't know. If you look up in the sky, there are 12 constellations, all divided into 30 sections, and which make up 360. The 12 constellations are the horoscope, are the 12 zodiac signs. What happens is the planets are moving through these zodiac signs. The inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, are all inner planets. Now the outer planets, and those rule our daily life. They are faster. They are between 3 to 6 weeks. They change and they can move through a constellation. Where the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, they're the outer planets. And what happens is they're longer term, and they will make aspects to the inner planets. And that's what provokes a lot of movement as well. So this is why knowing a little bit about your chart is kind of handy. So in saying that, there are 5 planets right now in the sign of Virgo. Virgo represents represents our daily habits, our everyday work, our health, our analytical mind, along with Gemini. They rule the intestines, so certain Virgos may have intestinal issues. If you're not a Virgo sun sign and you have intestinal issues, you may have Virgo somewhere prominent in your chart. So there too, you may want to have someone look into your chart to see if Virgo is prominent in your chart. So yes, so the health, it may be, Virgo is all about fitness and alternative health. They like to do alternative ways. So it's a great time if you're ill, if something's going on, to look into alternative methods of healing. Okay. Also, be careful not to be too analytical or critical during this time. This is great energy to get things done, because there can be some organization with the Virgo energy. But Virgo energy can also be over analytical, and so they go on and they overanalyze, and that's why it impacts their intestines. We all have an area where we have susceptibilities, but it usually has to do with one of your signs. All of our signs rule a certain area of our body, and the Virgo rules the intestines. So just make sure you don't become over analytical at this time. Also, as the planets move, they're going to be making an opposition with Neptune. So just make sure not to escape reality during this time, because we're going to be having some planetary shifts that we may want to escape. We may want to drink more, eat more, overdoing even exercising. Exercising is great, but what I notice a lot with Virgos as well, there can be some extreme, because they're overly concerned with their body, that they may go to extremes with the nutrition. And so you also want to have everything in balance. And then when this Neptune energy becomes opposite, we may not see, because it's in Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces, and it's the opposite sign of Virgo. So Neptune likes to escape reality. It's a water sign. It might not always see the forest for the trees. So although some great things can happen, just make sure everything is what it appears to be. Okay, I don't want to freak anyone out about that. It's just bringing awareness to this. But it can also bring a lot of inspiration, a lot of enlightenment, a lot of things that are underneath could begin to come to the surface. Okay, so we have these 5 planets in an earth sign, the element earth sign, in Virgo. But then we have Uranus at 90 degrees from these 5 planets of Virgo. And Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is another earth sign. So Uranus can bring a window of opportunity. It can bring something out of the blue. It can bring insight. All of a sudden you think of a solution. Uranus also rules technology. So it'll be interesting to watch, the months ahead, what takes place. But this could be a very harmonious type of energy. There might be some nervousness because of this Uranus making a trine with all this Virgo energy. Uranus can also make you, it rules Aquarius, so they can be nervous. They want everything to happen just like that. So if things aren't happening like that, it could create some anxiety. So if you begin to feel that way with all this Virgo mental energy, just remember to take a deep breath and know that everything comes in timing, and allow the mind to settle and the answers will come. Okay, then we have Pluto and Saturn, also in Earth element, in Capricorn. Now, Pluto has been in Capricorn since 2008. And Pluto is the Scorpion energy. It goes with Scorpio. So Pluto is all about death and rebirth. It's the collapse of the old. So then what you do is you look at the sign that it is in, and it's in Capricorn, a fellow Earth sign. So what's happening is Pluto is making a collapse of everything that represents Capricorn, which is big organizations, government, banking institutions. And it's also, Pluto is about power and control. So you see these large organizations being stirred up. Also, Pluto, if you know anything about Scorpio, you know that it goes with sex. We hear all of this sexual scandals going on, all of these people in power. Everything's coming to the surface. What Pluto is doing is Pluto gets to the bottom of something and it stirs things up. And now we have Saturn, who is also in Capricorn, who brings discipline, order, structure. It's putting pressure on this Pluto energy. So we are going to see people in power having to have accountability for what happened. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up, especially toward January of this next year. Now you want to look as well as where this Capricorn and this Virgo and this Uranus in Taurus is taking place in your chart, because this Uranus is new and it's a 7-year energy. Pluto will be leaving Capricorn in 2023, and it'll go retrograde, and then 2024. Saturn will be leaving Capricorn in 2020. But when Pluto and Saturn come close to each other in January, I don't know what's going to happen. We may see, and then we're going to have Jupiter in Capricorn as well, shining a light. Jupiter, if you look in the sky, is the largest planet. It could have been a sun, but because of the gas, it isn't a sun. But it is a large planet with light. It could shine a light on all the darkness of all of the corruption that is taking place. So if you are a Capricorn or Cancer and you have been going through difficulties since 2008 or within that time frame, because it will depend where it's hitting you in your chart, you might get someone to read your chart to see exactly what's going on. So this is all Earth energy. The Virgo, the 5 planets in Virgo, the Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, and then the Uranus in Taurus. So a lot of grounding, a lot of practical information, but some of it could be not quite clear because of the Pisces energy. And then you have Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius, which is its ruling planet. It's most comfortable there. It's bringing awareness. We are seeing more awareness, and it's making a square to Neptune in Pisces. Neptune rules the sea. Jupiter shines a light. So people are going to be concerned about the sea, about what's happening to the sea, to the oceans, to the water. It's killing our underground planet and fishes. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this takes place. But as it makes this Jupiter, it's what we call is making a square to Neptune. So there might be a lot of spiritual, our belief systems may come into question. What do we really believe? Jupiter is all about spirituality. I see Neptune in Pisces as more of religious. So when Jupiter and Neptune come together, our belief systems, what we believe, what we've been told all of our life, what we believe in, may be shining a light. We may start to ask more questions. We may become more spiritually inclined during this time. It's a higher energy. A lot of people might be going back to school, taking classes, learning more. So with this energy, though, what you want to do is make sure you don't go to extremes. Jupiter and Neptune has a tendency of going to extremes. Neptune more in the alcohol, the escapism type energy. They don't want to cope. So they may escape, take off. And Jupiter actually, with it making this aspect, is foreign countries. They may just want to take off to a foreign country. They just want to leave everything behind. They don't want to have to deal. But everything will be there when you get back. So it's best with all this earth energy to be practical in your decisions. Use this Jupiter and this Neptune energy in the positive sense, and use it to bring great awareness in whatever way you need to bring it into your life. So I think that is it. I tried to condense this. I hope I did. I didn't want to go over. I see I'm going longer than I wanted to, but there's just a lot going on. So that is why I wanted to make one full astrology video as to what is coming up and what you can expect in the near future. Okay, if you'd like to learn more about me, you can check out my website at awareness-speaks.com. I also coach and consult in self-development and self-awareness, as well as relationships. And I am also beginning to get into bringing this astrology into companies and corporations to bring awareness for personalities and the mixing of people. So if you are someone in a business and you find that this could be something beneficial, go to my website and contact me, and we can talk. Otherwise, please like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. I'm going to try to put up, even with more of this Virgo energy, more videos on a regular basis. I have many things I'm doing at the same time, so I want it to be more consistent, but I'm going to try in the future. And not only astrology, but a lot of different metaphysical subjects and a lot of spiritual topics as well. All right, thanks for listening, and my name is Tamra Sylvester, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.